Toronto, in Nova Scotia, and Halifax, and in Winnipeg. But now more on this side of things, the organizational side of things.
Yeah, always lots of ways to contribute. Kind of the same. I played at Nationals in Halifax and Winnipeg, and most likely, like we said earlier, I expect to mostly be at Nationals in this sort of capacity going on.
I don't think I have it. Sorry. And we're underway. Oh, I guess I should get the time going here. There we go.
Very quick start for Mint.
Good block on the side here.
And
Hit by Calgary's bar.
You just saw Penguins missing on those shots and a good clean counter out of the corner, kind of starting to clean them up. So definitely execution on the Mint side, very strong so far.
Lots of balls on Mint. Adam Webster unable to make the connection.
That's a good throw, just kind of high, but
missed on the block.
There's some tough shots coming in to block. It's you're seeing. I feel like a lot of these players that I remember have just very hard throws and pretty accurate. So you have to be ready. And
oh, what a counter by Adam Webster! Dirty.
Yeah, so really strong start from Mint, showing that veteran poise. I think the Penguins, I don't know how much practice they've had with the 7-inch balls. I know that if you're really used to throwing, different sizes or weights of the balls, the adjustment before you find your accuracy can take a little bit of time.
Now that I kind of see some of these Penguins, I do recognize a couple. So they have been around for a while. I'm very sure they were at provincials the last time we had them in Alberta. Probably about 3 or 4 of that team would have been at provincials. Oh, Brad Washbrook missing the catch there.
So Penguins finally connecting on something in this point. Bit of a tricky shot coming out.
Mint's able to get away with nobody gone.
See them doing a lot of that low dodging. Feel like that is often the way that
nice
more experienced players go. And yeah, look at the back and forth there.
So 2 of the Penguins were on the 4th place team, Earthquake. That's right. I remember Earthquake now. I think they were blue, weren't they? Were they a blue team? Oh, Jack Pavone getting caught watching.
Yeah, Penguins keeping this one real close, 3-on-3.
Oh, that was almost a catch. That would have been pretty incredible. Mint unable to get themselves organized there, but still came away with a hit.
Now, having to watch the 2 corners, at least one's going to charge.
Oh no, over the line.
Center line.
That'll get you, eh?
It's nobody's favorite way to get out, that's for sure.
Especially when you're the last one, right?
Yeah. But as hopefully consolation, I mean, Penguins played that one close. That was a much more winnable point than the first one. So showing that they're definitely quite capable of putting some up on the scoreboard here.
Just so quick. I love watching when they have the balls. Their feet are constantly moving. I just love that. That's not how I play it. That seems like a lot of exercise. Not getting a hit off the rush.
I don't know if you've had to test it yet, but my cardio is certainly not where it was pre-COVID either. Spending a bunch of time on some machines in our local gym trying to reclaim a bit of that.
Yeah. I actually did play one dodgeball game this week, like 8.5-inch rubber, and it's like rec league or whatever. Just sweating.
Yeah, no doubt. I've never actually played a rubber match. Got the old ricochet catch there. I've never played rubber. It just isn't really offered anywhere near me, and when I've tried just throwing the balls, the 8.5-inch rubber, another grab, showing those hands.
Look at this guy go, eh? His feet are just moving. So impressive.
Yeah. It's a lot more energy than I play with. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, as far as rubber goes, that's where everybody in Alberta started. We all pretty much were rubber back in 2008 or something like that, and then we've slowly adjusted to do two different different balls even too. We've played 7-inch rubber, we've played now the foam. So the good thing about Edmonton players is they're definitely versatile. We've gone through a lot of different formats.
Yeah, it certainly can round out your experience a bit. I assume when you played the 8.5-inch rubber, it was no pinch?
Yes, no pinch, yeah. And it was very like recreational too, like that's where we started. And so like no high shots, like no head shots, nothing above the shoulders kind of throws, so it was a lot more friendly. Now we're in it to win it, you know?
My first experience playing against Edmonton people was at Halifax Nationals, and very big throws coming out of that team, but still not yet having adapted, I think, to the 7-inch foam kind of style. So
100%.
they threw extremely well, but they did kind of get picked apart by teams that were a little more familiar with the style, but they have obviously adapted since then. It have been, we saw the Arsenal last year at Nationals. Nyler, great catch. See, that was like just squaring up to those catches, point blank, totally willing to look for those.
Absolutely. Oh, another one. Just destroying them out there.
Yeah, those were the difference, obviously, in that point. I'm not sure which Penguins player that is, but he took that one, basically, for his side.
Sometimes it's nice to just, do some good things out there.
That was a pretty false start, I'd say.
Maybe Chi could tell us who made those great catches.
Yeah, we'd love to shout them out by name.
Yeah. The lack of numbers is makes it tricky.
And so Mint with the numbers advantage early here.
Oh, I thought he got that between his legs. That would have been so amazing.
Yeah, from our angle, hard to tell until you see the body language just sag a little bit.
But again, the body was definitely in that correct spot though for a catch.
And they are looking for it. I think that's always important. If you are going to get hit, give yourself a chance at that catch. Definitely they're doing that so far. Now they're going to have to try and whittle down quite a few players on the Mint side.
All right, so Lou made those catches, they think. So there we go, now we know.
Right. Mint gonna try and close this out, finish the first half strong. And making use of some of those shots across court that aren't necessarily where they're looking. I think we've just hit
sudden death.
Sudden death.
That's right.
Our timer a little bit behind on this one, but that's fine. You know what's happening. This will be tough for Penguins. They're going to need a few of those catches, I think. Oh, almost reaching too far for that one.
Okay, I think the clock's really close now.
And a couple of shots back and forth.
Adam Webster getting pegged off on the back there. Again, like you were saying, lots of low dodges.
We got a 1-for-1 that favors Mint in this situation, certainly.
Okay, so this is Tony getting the hit on the end. All right, we'll give another one for Mint. It's 3-1. We'll switch sides.
And I like what the Penguins were doing there when they were down. They're looking for the catches, kind of trying to bait in catchable throws. I mean, when you're down in sudden death, I think it's the right thing to do. Try and even things up as much as possible.
Nice to keep balls out of your hand, too, because otherwise you're going to block sometimes.
Yeah, we've seen, and we've probably committed some of those examples where you forget for just that moment that it's sudden death. Mm-hmm. You block, you get yourself out. Good times.
That shows some of the experience, too, though. You always know the new teams when they're busy trying to block all in the sudden death.
Yeah, but certainly the veterans aren't immune to it. I am forgetting now which event it was, but like Jeff Snow, who's been on Team Canada on the men's side for years, had one of those issues, I think at Worlds in 2019. Sometimes it just happens.
Well, I thought that was a double hit. It bounced off the floor. Sorry, I got really excited about nothing.
Yeah, it's never nothing. It's good to see the dodgeball again. This is the first call it like high-level tournament that I've seen in months.
So in Ontario or in Toronto, are all leagues running right now?
Nope.
Nope.
Not among the ones that I'm familiar with. So some of the folks from Sachet Away, Andrew Riano and Tuan Nguyen, have been running a league downtown for several years. I don't think they're back yet. The one that I play in, which is run by Jeff Snow and Mark Cisravi and a few other Toronto folks, that one also hasn't started yet. So I think our city government has been pretty conservative in terms of how we're bringing things back. So if there is stuff happening yet, I know there are some folks in Hamilton running outdoor tournaments, so I just haven't been able to make it to one yet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know definitely Dodgeball Calgary has been playing for quite a while already. I think they're into their probably second or third season since coming back from COVID. Dodgeball Edmonton is not running because there are no venues. So we'd be allowed to run a league, but there's just nowhere to play because none of the schools are allowing extracurricular or like people outside of school groups to use them currently. So a lack of options for sure.
Yeah, I think kind of similar out this way in Toronto until things change in some way. I don't know what the criteria will be. And Penguins firmly currently in position to close this particular point out too.
Hey Jack, can you move back a little bit? Jack. You can't hear me.
Yeah, Jack.
He's right in my way. I can't see anything. Actually, he just had a baby a couple weeks ago, Jack did.
Congrats, Jack.
Bringing the next generation of dodgeballers into the world.
Well, Webster is going to be trying to stay alive here, going low. Okay, it's Adam Webster.
This is where Adam loves to be. He wants to be the last one on. I mean, he loves playing with the team too, but he wants to make the big catches. He wants to do the big things, so we'll see if he can make it happen.
Yeah, that shot on the money, but decisively blocked to the ground.
Again, setting himself up for catches for this kind of 4-on-1 opportunity. He can get himself very small for a tallish guy.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing the classic kind of defensive style where he's trying to keep the third ball in front of him, two balls firmly in hand, and just fold himself up behind those.
nice hit.
Yeah, just patiently waiting for chances. And there's no time pressure on him, obviously. His team is winning. Nothing to be gained from rushing. This time he is not settling low. He goes low, though.
He just wants to make a liar out of you, obviously. Oh, nice. Really impressive by the Penguins player in the center there to drop down and backwards and block at the same time.
And doing a good job of keeping the pressure on from the middle while his team has the numbers advantage. Oh, Webster finally hit.
Yeah.
I do think that's the hard thing about playing it as defensively is that you do kind of give up the initiative in terms of trying to get your own outs. So you really have to be confident when you do get a chance that you're going to be able to take someone out once you do get back up there. But that time Penguins able to use a bit of pressure and just wait until a good moment when Webster no longer had a ball and take him out and getting themselves up on the board.
I put it on the wrong side. I fixed it.
There we go. As long as you immediately fix it, nobody will be any the wiser.
I said it out loud though, so I've little team. Oh, nice hit. So on a team, what do you think is a more valuable asset? Excellent blocker or excellent dodger? If you had to pick one or the other, what would you prefer?
Well, certainly, on the one hand, like you're not always going to have a ball, so dodging applicable when you have a ball or not. But I think when you're I think it's almost easier to dodge. I think really good blocking skills are harder to cultivate. So I think I lean toward really encouraging people to learn to block well when they're trying to get used to this level of play, because it's just you sometimes need to just square up to somebody taking a shot at you and still be able to defend yourself if you're coming up to the line. Just like this, if those counters came in from Mint right away, you want to make sure if you've got a ball that you can defend yourself.
Just like that,
Ooh.
right? No ball in hand. Yeah, that's tricky.
It is, and yeah, Mint closing that one out much more decisively this time.
Do you feel like these
Obviously,
guys have a little bit of rust, or how are you feeling about the level of play?
Mint's actually looking fairly good, I think. The accuracy's been pretty good and good teamwork. I think it's hard to judge Penguins, obviously, since I know less about them, and if they are really more used to a different ball size, then it is harder to get those throws in business. But they're looking a little less accurate and a little more rushed from time to time.
Oh, interesting perspective here. Not a huge fan of blocking against powerful throws, not just because it's risky, but the shot from the impact on the two balls can go through the ball and hurt your arm. I've never heard of that. I mean, I don't block often, so that's maybe why I don't know that, but definitely an interesting perspective. I always thought hurts your arm because of the throwing. That's why my shoulder doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's not a particular issue that I've experienced. I have heard that take before, and I wonder if nice again, good awareness on those ricochets.
Oh, all done. And it looks like
I think certainly.
Maybe one more time, a little bit of time, just to basically get into sudden death and finish off our last game. So,
Penguins just gonna see if they can make it.
They might just call it. We'll see.
It looks like they're just starting with the balls. Usually that means sudden death is happening right around the time that the point would have started. So rather than rush, it's starting right away. Oh, tipped back.
Washbrook steps out of bounds, but they'll take the catch. Oh no, he didn't step out of bounds. It looked like he was going to leave. He did not.
I think he did, but if he was eliminated by stepping out of bounds, he would have been out before the ball was caught, and so he would be eligible to come back in.
Of course.
That may have, I couldn't quite see from my angle, but that's my guess right now.
All right, there's the clock. So yes, obviously we're already in sudden death. No blocking again.
A little bit high on that one.
Tiny bit, touch. Yeah, and you'll see the strategy of just dropping the balls when they're coming at you instead of blocking. That one they will not get back.
It's a couple of quick back and forths. I think part of what you're seeing from Penguins, they're making it work here, but often I find the teams, tried for that drop and catch. And also hit out Mintz with a good strong finish at the end there in sudden death. I think often the teams that are a little more throw happy, and often it coincides with being a little bit less experienced, will often, I find, just throw a lot more willingly